Hi everyone, it's Sandy. Thank you for joining me here on my channel, Septera's Room. I've been busy making some do-it-yourself embellished Christmas name tags for the Christmas stockings that I will be displaying. And I've got these Christmas stockings and I bought 9 of these. Oh no, sorry, it's quite I don't have a lot of space to show you, but I bought these Christmas stockings from our local, actually from Kmart here in Sydney, and they were $2 each. And they were just a plain red with the white trimmings on top. And I needed to put some name tags for each of the stockings so I know who to give them out to. And I have 10 stockings, so I needed to make 10 embellished name tags for my children, my grandkids. I have to make one for my husband because he was wondering why he didn't get a Christmas stocking last year. So I've got one for him, as well as an extra 2 more for my son-in-law's parents who are here in Sydney and staying with us for the week. So I've also got them a Christmas stocking. So I wanted to show you what I've made, and I'm going to make another one here on this on my video just to show you what I've been making, and this will be my last Christmas project for the year. So they were really fun to make. I just wanted to make really quick name tags for the stocking because I don't have much time left. So I just whipped these up with the Christmas scrap papers that I have left over. So I don't have much more Christmas papers left. So I just want to show you the ones I've made and how they're going to look like when they're finished. And I'll do another one in this video just to give you some inspiration and just to do a video and show you how I made them. So these are the ones that are already embellished, and all I've got to do with these ones is just add a like a string. I'm using the twine here for the string part to tie to the stocking. And so these ones are complete, but these are what they look like. So I've got one here for one of my granddaughters. I call her Aisha, but it's her name's Aisha, and this is one of them. And they're really just simple scrap papers, and I did some fussy cutting with some images from some the Christmas papers that I had. I used a wood stamp to stamp out the names for each of the stockings. So this is one of them, and then this is the one for my husband. So he'll be very happy this year. He's going to get a stocking. And this is for Nathan, my son-in-law's mum, Renee. So she's got one as well. And I did add some sequins to each of the tags just to add some more decorating and just to add a little bit of texture to the tags. This is for Tiana, my eldest daughter, and Tanisha, my youngest daughter. So I've just got to add some of the twine and some little dangles. So these are the ones that are finished. And I did add a wood bead to the top just to add a little bit of extra weight to the tag when I tie it to the stocking. And this is for Nathan, Tiana's husband. So there I've added a wood bead, and then I added a bell and a tassel. So I'm going to show you how I do the whole tag with the wood bead and the bell as well. And then this is for Nathan's dad, Scott. So he'll get a Christmas stocking as well. And this is for Ruben, my youngest daughter's fiance. And so they all look pretty the same, just different images. They'll have a little Santa on each tag. Just the image of the house are all different. And those images are from a 12 by 12 paper tag. I think this is a Paige Evans Christmas paper collection a year or so ago. So all I've done was fussy cut the houses of the paper and then I used them to embellish the tag. And then the Santa Claus was from a 6x6 paper that was gifted to me by Linda Carl as a Happy Mail gift, and she gifted me a 6x6 Christmas paper pad, and I just fussy cut each of the Santa faces off the paper. And with the tag, I just used plain cardstock, and then I just embossed it with an embossing folder with the snowflakes that I have. I've had this for a while. And so this is how the plain cardstock looks like with the snowflakes. And then I just angle cut the top corner to make it shaped like a tag. So I've got 2 more to make, and I thought I'd do it in this video to show you how I've made them. So I'll just put them to the side. And I've got all the bits and pieces here in a organizing little tray compartment. So I've got my tag, and these are the paper scraps that I've cut down to make the embellishment. So they're just cut out like a fishtail banner shape, and I just cut them with an easy measurement of 1 inch by 3 inches. And so I've just cut them all down into 1 inch strips, and then cut them into 3 inch lengths, and then just created these fishtail banner shape at the bottom. And I just made a bunch of those, and all I needed was just 2 pieces of the banner shapes with the tag to create the base of my embellishment tag. Then I will just add the rest of the decorating on top. So it just makes it easy for me without, I didn't want to be too fussed with the tags and making them all different, because it just takes too much time embellishing, making them all different. So I just made them the same but different papers. And then on the top here, I did add another sort of a topper to the tag just to decorate the top part of the part here where it's angle cut, and I also cut that at 1 inch, and then whatever width of your tag, and then I'm gonna just I'll cut it out later. So the tag that I made for each of the tags were 2.5 inches by 4 inch paper or cardstock, and then I just angle cut the corners, and then I used the same template to get them all the same sort of shape on all of them, and just by using one of these as the template for the tag, the angle part. So it was 2.5 inches by 4 inch cardstock. Then I ran it through my embossing folder to have this snowflake pattern, and then cut some strips at 1 inch by 3 inches. And I'm only using 2 pieces for the tag, and then 1 inch by 2.5 inches for the top part. And then all you do is just grab whatever you have, some your die cuts or fussy cut images, digital prints, anything you have, just to add some decorating to the top part of the base. I also cut another piece of paper at 1.25 inches by 2 inches. I fold that in half, and that's to the top part here to add some extra height to the tag. I then punched out using a circle punch some gold glitter cardstock. So it's just punched out a little small circle, and that's going to get placed on the top of the top part, and then I just punch the center with a hole punch just to give it more strength and makes it more sturdy. And that's what I've done. And then I've got some wood beads here that I have, and it's got a nice large hole so I can thread through the twine through. And these are some Christmas bells. These are just from a local discount store. I had them in a pack for $2. And I've had these for so long. I haven't even really used them, and I just started using them for this year's Christmas projects. And I did add a little jump ring to the end. I looped a jump ring to the bell just to help with, to make it so it dangles. I also have some of these tassels. I also had these for a little while. These are, I had some in green and red. Quite luckily, I was able to have these colours, so I thought I'll add them to it. I also cut some strips of gold strip. You don't have to do these. I just got them all ready, so they're ready for me to embellish, and that I just place that down here, which I'll show you how it's all made. Let me go ahead and make them. And these are the names that I've already stamped out. I've just cut a long strip of white cardstock and then just trimmed them down. And I used this alphabet wood stamp that I purchased from a craft fair, I'm going to say probably about 8 years ago, maybe even longer. So I just used these individual letters to stamp out the name for each of my family members. So I'm going to make one now. Oh, and I also had some sequins here just to add some extra bling, some gold flat dome embellishments as well. All right, so let's get going with one of the tags. I'll just make one tag. I was going to do 2 tags in the video, but I'll just do one because they're all pretty much the same, made the same way. And so I've got one tag here. I've already picked these 2 out, so I've got 2 names. One's for Theodore, which is my gorgeous grandson who is only 6 weeks old. He is just such a handsome little boy. And this is for Aria, my eldest granddaughter. She's 2 years and just over 2 years old. So let me just pick out the patterns that I want to use for Theodore's embellishment. Okay, I think Theodore can have that one, and Aria can have something with a little bit of pink. And then there's the other one. So let's do those 2. But I'm only going to do the one tag. I'll also want one of these images that are fussy cut. I think I'm going to do Theodore's tag. I'll do Aria's off camera. Let's work on Theodore's. Yeah, we'll do Theodore's. And what I'll do is I'll just actually glue her Aria's down anyway, get that ready. And Theodore can have the blue house. And my sweet Aria can have the pink Christmas house. And then I've got the 2 Santa faces. And then we can start with this first. All right, so let's, then I need a piece to go on the top. All right, Theodore can have the green and Aria can have that one. All right, let me see. All right, so I'm just going to do a process video. You can just watch me make these tags, maybe to give you some inspiration. So let me just add some glue here. Okay, bit of dry glue there. So I'm just gonna roughly put some glue there, and then I'm just gonna place that. And it's good if you make especially I've got a whole bunch here. If I just made them all the same but different papers, it makes it so much quicker to put together. I just thought I'm not going to make them all different because it will take me forever to make them. And I'm really just running out of time. I've still got some last minute gifts I've still got to buy for some of the family. And I really want to get the Christmas stocking all hung up, complete, ready for me to fill in. All right, so that's done. And I've got these 2. So I'm just going to layer one on top of the other and sort of off. I won't make them in line on the top, sort of off, sort of not lined up evenly. With that one, and I've got lots. My fingers are got glue all over my fingers because I've just been busy all day making these tags, and I'm quite happy with how that all turned out. So let's put one there, and I'll just place that one sort of just sitting above it. Give me 1 second. You want to go outside? Go. Go outside. Come. Sorry, I'll be back. I've just got to let Jester outside because he wants to go out. Come on, Jim. Come on. Good boy. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. He was just waiting at the door because my husband's just come home and I think he's heard him coming into the garage. All right, so I've got that. That's the base all done. Now I'm going to add the house, and I sort of just work out where I want to place it, and then I want to put Santa just at the back, so similar to like these ones here that I have. So yeah, that's good there. I'm looking forward to my new projects I'll be making in the new year. Got a lot of fun project ideas, new papers that I want to work with. So I'm looking forward to creating some fun projects. And I've got new digitals coming out. I'm working on some new digitals for the new year as well. So I'll have projects to share with you for some more inspiration with my new digitals. So I'm just going to move that over a bit there. Let's do that. So that's all done. I'm just going to trim off these pieces now. So that looks good so far. And all I'm going to do now is add this gold strip. I don't know, I just had some gold glitter paper and I thought let's just add some bling to the tag to sparkle it up a little bit. And so I just cut them into little tiny strips and create, I just sort of angle cut it going out instead of a fish towel look. And I thought that worked, and it really does add, just lifts the colours and the embellishment quite nicely. So I'm just going to place that there. And then Theodore's name will go on top. And then I'm just going to raise it up like I have done with these other ones, just to give it some dimension. I don't know, everyone might have it a different way in how they do it. I just do it this way. I've just got a really thin, cheap paintbrush, and I'm just going to curl the end like that, just to curl it in. And I'll do the same to the other side. I mean, this is how I do it. You might have a different technique to how I would do it. So I've just done that, and then I just grab like a thicker pen that's got a thicker rounded sort of look to the, you know, so I can roll it, and I just go like that, just so I don't get like a crease. So just use a thicker sort of, something that can roll thicker, just like that. And I've got these sort of little pieces sticking out, and I'm just going to glue sort of at that mountain sort of folded part, and then I'm just going to drop it, place it there. Still want to see a bit of the gold. Just pressing that glue down. Got a long name, so I'm happy with that, and I'll let that set for a second, and then I'll add the well, I might finish off. Let's see what I can do. So I've got these little word sentiments are from Rosie's Studio Christmas paper collection. Rosie Studio, they have an online paper store. Beautiful papers, fun colours, nice and pop colours. So I'm going to use this one, and sort of push that in as well so that it also looks a bit dimensional. Looks pretty already, doesn't it? Now I will add this piece here. This was cut at 1 1/4 inches by 2 inches. Then I fold that over. You can cut that part however size you want. You don't even have to add this part if you want to make it like my one. And I'm just gonna press it in like that. Also just decorates the tag even more with some more pretty papers. So that's that. And just gonna add the circle gold glitter piece. I'll let that set for a minute before I punch a hole there. And while I'm letting that set, I'll add some sequins. Now that's Theodore. I think Theodore can have gold, and I'll do white for Aria. So I just need a couple, but I'll just throw some there. I got these from a local discount store. This sequence, they had a pack, a large pack for like a couple of dollars. Let's see, I might place it, put it there. I might just do one more. I think I've added 3 sequins to each tag. Okay, pretty, it's beautiful, looks so nice. Now I'm just going to add a couple of these flat gold dome embellishments to the side of his name, like I've done with the other ones. So I'll just get 2 of those. Originally, I was only going to use the 2 pieces of paper banner strips and just put the name on the front, and that was it. But I thought it looked a little too plain, and because I do love making embellishments, I thought I'd just keep adding more and more, and then I thought that looks good, and I ended up adding more, decorating. So I'm just gonna add that here. I've just got these glue dots, and that just helps glue it down. So just press it on one of the glue dots, and then I'm just going to take it out and press it down. So what do you think? Does that look really nice? That was really quick to make. And I'm just going to punch this hole, and then we can add the little dangles. Push this to the side, I don't need these now. Okay. And the wood beads are pretty good. They've got a large hole, so I could thread these quite easily through the twine. I'm just going to cut got a length, so I've got enough to be able to tie and create a bow when I place it on the stocking. See how easy, I just nice large hole for the bead. So that's how that looks, and I'm just going to tie a knot. To hold the bead in place so it doesn't slide around. And now I'm just going to add the little tassel with the Christmas bell just to finish off and give it a nice fun touch to it. Let's grab one, and I think I'm going to use the red one because there's not enough red. I'll do the red. And I've got another jump ring. I'm going to add another jump ring to the bell just so that it could dangle much more easier. Just going to slide that through one of the little jump ring that I got there, and slide the tassel through that as well. So I've got them both through that larger jump ring. And then I'm just going to slide it through the twine that's in the front of the tag. And I shouldn't use my nails, but I'm just going to do that. Close it up. And there is a complete tag with a tassel, Christmas bell, Theodore's name on the tag, so he's got his own stocking, and then I just got to tie that to the stocking loop. The stocking, let's see, I haven't actually even put one on there, so that's the top of the stocking with the loop, and that's just I'm just gonna tie it around like that. And then I can hang it up. I might not have enough for a bow, but as long as I can get this tag on here. So that's, sorry that I haven't got enough camera width for you to have a look at the whole stocking, but that is how it's going to hang on their stocking. Like that. It's really cute, and it matches the colors. And so I just wanted to do one of these on camera here while I'm in the embellished tag moment. I just got one more to do, and that's for Aria, which I'll do that off camera, and then I'm ready to add the string and wood beads onto the rest of these ones. And I'm looking forward to having them all hung up with their names, and not long, another few more days, less than a week to go for a time to be with family and enjoy some food and everything. I want to wish everyone a wonderful Merry Christmas. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas with your family, and this will be my last Christmas project. I'm looking forward to coming back and sharing with you some more fun projects with new papers and everything else. So thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye for now.